to you the dominion that my Father assigned to me. In my kingdom, you will eat and drink at my table, sitting on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Silence, silence. Remember that Satan has called for you, to sift you all like wheat. I have prayed for you, that you may never lose faith, and you in turn must strengthen your brothers.
Lord, on your side of this prejudice, business, or death itself.
I tell you, Peter, the rooster will not crow today until you 3 times deny that you know me. When I sent you on a mission, without sandals, or purse, or traveling bag, were you in need of anything?
Not a thing.
Now, however, he who had the purse must carry it, and the same with the traveling bag. He who does not own a sword must sell his coat and buy one, for it is written in Scripture, he was counted amongst the wicked. And this, I tell you, must come to be fulfilled in me. All that has to do with me approaches its climax.
Lord, here is your sword.
Enough!
Then he went out and made his way, as was his custom, to the Mount of Olives. His disciples accompanied him. Upon reaching the place, he said to them,
Pray, that you may not be put to the test.
He withdrew from them about a stone's throw, then went down on his knees and prayed in these words.
Father, if it is your will, take this cup from me. Not my will. Yours be done.
An angel then appeared to him from heaven to strengthen him. In his anguish, he prayed with all the greater intensity, and his sweat became like drops of blood falling to the ground. Then he rose from prayer and came to his disciples, only to find them asleep, exhausted with grief.
Why are you sleeping? Wake up and pray that you may not be subjected to the trial.
While he was still speaking, a crowd came, led by the man named Judas, one of the 12. He approached Jesus to embrace him.
Judas, would you betray the Son of Man?
When the companions of Jesus saw what was going to happen, they shouted,
Lord, shall we use the sword?
One of them went so far as to break the high priest's servant and cut off his ear.
Enough!
Then Jesus touched the ear and healed the man. But to those who come out against him, the chief priests, the chiefs of the temple guard, and the ancients, Jesus said to them,
Am I a criminal that you come out after me, armed with swords and clubs? When I was with you day after day in the temple, you never raised a hand against me. But this is your hour, the triumph of darkness.
They led him under arrest, and brought him to the house of the high priest, while Peter followed at a distance. Later they lighted a fire in the middle of the courtyard, and were sitting beside it, and Peter sat among them. A servant saw him sitting in the light of the fire. He gazed at him intently.
This man was with him. I do not know him.
A little while later, someone else saw him.
You are one of them too.
Do not I?
About an hour later, another spoke more insistently.
This man was certainly with them, for he is a Galilean. And friend, I do not know what you are talking about.
At the very moment he was saying this, a rooster crowed. The Lord turned around and looked at Peter, and Peter remembered the word that the Lord had spoken to him.
Before the rooster crows today, you will deny me 3 times.
Peter went out and wept bitterly. Meanwhile, the men guarding Jesus amused themselves at his expense. They had blindfolded him first, slapped him, and then taunted him.
Play a pocket. Which one struck you?
And they directed many other insulting words at him. At daybreak, the council, which was made up of the elders of the people, the chief priests and the scribes, assembled again. Once they had brought him before their council, they said to him,
Tell us, are you the Messiah?
If I tell you, you will not believe me. And if I question you, you will not answer. This much I will say. From now on, the Son of Man will be seated at the right hand of the power of God.
So you are the Son of God.
It is you who say that I am.
What need have we of witnesses? We've heard it from his own mouth.
Then the entire assembly rose up and led him before Pilate. They started his prosecution.
We found this man subverting our nation, opposing the payment of taxes to Caesar, and calling himself the Messiah, a king. Are you the king of the Jews?
That is your term.
Pilate reported the chief priests to the crowd.
I do not find a case against this man.
This man stirs trouble throughout the whole of Judea, from Galilee where he began, to this very place.
On hearing this, Pilate asked the man with the Galilean, and when he learned that he was under Herod's jurisdiction, he sent him to Herod, who also happened to be in Jerusalem at the time. Herod was extremely pleased to see Jesus. From the reports about him, he wanted for a long time to see him, and he was hoping to see him work some miracle. He questioned Jesus at considerable length, but Jesus made no answer. The chief priests and scribes were at hand to accuse him vehemently. Herod and his guards entreated him with contempt and insult.